is, so I'll break it down into environment and culture. Environment is very flexible. We don't have specific working hours that, okay, you only have to work from 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, or you have to work like 5 days a week or 6 days a week. You are given a project, you know what the project needs, what your scope is. You do it on your own, whether you do it in 2 hours or 20 hours or 40 hours, it's your problem. Just make sure that you communicate effectively. If the project has a deadline of 1 month and you know that you're not going to hit that deadline, you communicate beforehand ki ye nahi hoga ek mahine mein, I need another 2 weeks to do this. So it's very flexible. Some days I work 3 hours or 4 hours, some days I work like 11 hours, 12 hours. In December during Christmas time, Google was down for 2 or 3 hours. At that time, for the next 3 or 4 days, I used to work like 18 hours. But then after that, the next week, I didn't work more than 2 or 3 hours a day. So it's very flexible in that manner. The biggest advantage that I feel over there is people itself, because anyone you meet over there has some kind of talent or some kind of thing that they do is just blows your mind. I have team members who take like 2 weeks off to just go sailing. वो लोग बोट में बैठ के they sail from one country to the other every year because they love to be in the middle of the water. There are some people who basically teach, they are researchers. They love to research on things, so they work part-time in the company and part-time they do research. So it's very flexible. You can pursue your own hobbies and things there. So for example, I love coffee and I'm very much interested in making coffee. So I took coffee classes at work because they present there, you have coffee classes at work where you can teach and where you can learn how to make different kinds of coffee. You have any classes that you can think of: photography, dance, singing, music lessons. There are sports over there, so you can play any kind of sport there. He was asking about free food. So yes, Google does provide free food, breakfast, lunch, dinner. What kind of food, whatever you want, whatever cuisine you want, it has over there. What else about the culture? There are different kinds of activities or things that happen over there as well. Like there are like team offsites or team events that happen from time to time, where you just don't work for like 2-3 days and you just go on a vacation with your team so that you learn more about the people you're working with at a personal level. So those are like all the things that you must have heard from somewhere or the other. So yeah, I've experienced that. It's quite different. That's why when you talk to a lot of people, it's basically percolated into all the companies that are in that area. But back in the day, 10 years, 15 years from now, before today, it was like the specialty of this company. So that's the culture.
Thank you so much, Yash, for that. Okay.